I've been working on my business, and I put it in air quotes because I've been trying to figure out what I want to do and how I've tried all these things, affiliate marketing and digital products and did network marketing. I did, building my own business, doing other things. I've done Airbnbs and working with Roy in the sign business and doing all these things. And that's all well and fine and great. Some of them have been successful, but none of them are things that I really, really want to do. And the one thing that I really want to do is help women to start living the life that they really want to live. I live an amazing life. I get to travel. I get to spend time with my best friend, Roy. My husband, he's like an amazing person. And I can't figure out, I know, but what I want to do is, share and help all these amazing women. And just feels like it's moving so slowly. And it's frustrating because Roy does things and he moves fast. I was just telling a friend that I feel like I'm a little slug barely moving along and he's like a cheetah and it's just like phew, gone. His business takes off. It's amazing. He gets does anything that he tries. He's just spectacular at. And here I am trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing and trying to, build this business, build this school community, build my YouTube. Because of the way I work, I'm not I'm not doing the hustle thing. I can't sustain that. I just can't. I physically don't have the energy and for the longest time couldn't figure out why. Now I understand that as a projector, and I'm not blaming and I'm not labeling. It's just nice to know, to understand that all of us, and obviously we all know this, we're all individuals. We all have different energy levels. We have different ways that we do things. We have, different pasts and histories that that define and condition us to be a particular way. And when we've realized who we are at the core and how we work and, what's best for us, and it happens to not be like everybody else is doing it, we kind of beat ourselves up because we're like, well, I don't want to be like everybody else. This is me. Let me rephrase this. I don't want to be like everybody else. And at the same time, I'm looking at all these other women or men, whoever, who have started something about the same time that I did and have exploded. Well, they don't work the same way I do. They don't do things in the same time frame that I do. But I still get frustrated because I feel like I'm not doing enough. And if I do more, I will wear myself out, burn myself out. And I've done that, and I'm not doing it again. I'm not. I'm not going to do that hustle thing again. I'm just going to go at my own pace, and things will have to take their time. And when I post a video, I post a video. When I, communicate with clients, then I communicate with clients. And if they're not open to not working with me when it's at my best as well as convenient for them, I don't know what to do because I cannot go back to doing things the way that I did before, where I was trying to do too many things, trying to work with Roy, trying to build my business, trying to work on the houses, trying to do, I mean, so many things that it's overwhelming. Some people can do that. Some people can and are built to multitask. Roy's one of those things. He can do 3 things at one time. I cannot. I don't do it well enough. And it's frustrating because he can, and when I'm around him, I can do those things, but I can only do them for a little while before I get exhausted. he can just keep right on going. He's like a little Energizer bunny. He's fine with 3 to 4 hours worth of sleep. I need like 10 hours. If I don't get 10 hours of sleep, I'm exhausted mentally, I'm exhausted physically, I'm not very pleasant to be around because I am so tired, and I'm not doing that anymore, and yet I feel like the old me who tried to push, who tried to do those things is still obviously still here trying to push her way into doing what needs to be done and making me feel guilty that I'm not working the way that everybody else is working. I don't work like everybody else. Learning about human design has really, really opened my eyes. It's an amazing system. It really is. And it's something that is really making a difference in the way that I see myself and see others around me, and understanding that we all work in different ways, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I do things in a different at a different pace than Roy does. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. It doesn't mean that it's not going to succeed. It just succeeds at a different timeline, at a different rate, a different speed. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be an amazing thing. And I'm not going to quit because somebody else has put their timeline onto what I'm working on. And I know that Roy's not doing that intentionally. However, it feels like that sometimes because he moves so quickly and he has all these ideas and things that he wants to do. And here's me just slowly plugging along, trying to get done what I want to get done. And sometimes it looks like I'm not doing anything. I'm sleeping during the day, taking a nap, or I'm just sitting and I'm reading, or I'm sitting and I'm daydreaming. And I know that may feel to him that I'm not doing anything, but I am. I just don't function the way that he does. I love him. He's an amazing guy. I mean, s I talked to one of my school members. I did a human design reading for her, and she's a manifesting generator as well. And it's amazing to me how similar types. Roy's a manifesting generator, she's a manifesting generator. They have such similarities and at the same time, of course, are completely different. They have different we all do. We have different things that we struggle with. We have we may have similarities in particular things that we do like others, and yet because we are our own individual people and our past affects us differently. You can have a set of twins growing up in the same house, in the same environment, and be completely different, have completely different memories about events that have happened, have completely different views and beliefs and ideas about how the world works or how their lives work. So, understanding ourselves and knowing how our energies work, how our life blueprint works, what's the easiest way for us to maneuver this life, having something that enables that to be more manageable really makes a difference. And human design has done that for me. I mean, and I'm not saying that human design is the end all be all. I'm not. And I'm not saying that it's, this great labeling system that tells me that I'm this type and this is the only way that I can work. I feel like that sometimes, but that's not the truth because I have free will. So I can choose to work like everybody else. And my body's going to go, you don't have the energy that everybody else does. So maybe you might want to rethink that. But that doesn't mean that I can't do it. I can choose to better understand the way that I do things and better understand the way that my family and my friends, um, my community members, learn how they do things differently and help them to better understand themselves using a method that is amazing. Or I can just drop it, let it go. Sorry, I have something in my eye. Drop it, let it go, and live somebody else's life instead of the life that I want to live, which is not going to happen because I want to help women figure out what they want to do with their lives and live life the way they want to live. And if I'm not doing that myself, then how can I presume to help someone else? It's just not happening. So, anyway, I just needed to get on here and talk. So that's it. Anyway, bye.